Primero Juan capítulo 2, versículo 18. Hijitos, ya es el último tiempo, y como vosotros habéis oído que el antimashiach ha de venir, así también al presente han comenzado a ser muchos antimashiachs, por lo cual sabemos que es el último tiempo. Kohala la Yahweh Bahasam Yahweh Sai Bahasam Rukakudas Barakti Yahweh Barakti Yahweh Sai Barakti Yahweh Barakti Yahweh Sai Barakti Yahweh Barakti Yahweh Sai the water Yahweh Bahasam Yahweh Sai Bahasam Rukakudas. Doble honrada a los apóstoles, a los ancianos de Yasharala, Great Millstone y Shalom a los escogidos. Que ahora nosotros estamos en un tiempo donde están saliendo muchos anti-mashiachs en la tierra. Lo que la gente dice anticristos, en realidad es mashiach en hebreo, y eso se está viendo mucho ahora. Y por la primera vez en mi vida que yo he visto una persona que arrestada por esta razón, mujer británica arrestada por orar en silencio cerca de una clínica de abortos. Ok. Dice aquí, mira, las leyes del Reino Unido diseñadas para evitar la obstrucción de los negocios han abierto la puerta a políticas llamadas órdenes de protección del espacio público, que crean una zona de amortiguamiento alrededor de ciertas áreas o edificios y prohíben actividades que, en palabras de las autoridades del Reino Unido, fomentan el estado antisocial comportamiento. Si esto es tan orwelliano como uno podría imaginar, pero se pone aún peor. Que orwelliano es el autor George Orwell, que escribió el libro 1984, y en ese libro te habla de un gobierno ficcional, bueno, que ahora se está viendo mucho, un gobierno ficcional que controla todo lo que tú dices y hasta todo lo que tú piensas. Ok. En octubre se declaró una PSPO alrededor de un centro de aborto en Bournemouth, Reino Unido. Y esta mujer, mira el video aquí, esta mujer la metieron presa y por estar orando.
Before I ask you any questions about what's going on today, I have to caution you, which is just your rights, which is you do not have to say anything. It may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioning.
Se le estoy diciendo su derecho, usted no tiene que decir nada.
What are you here for today?
Physically, I'm just standing here.
Okay.
Sí, yo nada más estoy parada aquí.
This is an abortion centre.
Okay, that's why you're stood.
Dice, yo estoy parada aquí porque esto es un centro de aborción.
Are you praying?
I might be praying in my head.
Ella dijo, mira, el policía le pregunta, ¿tú estás orando? Y ella dice, yo estoy orando en mi cabeza, pero no en voz alta. Y después, no, se la llevan. Ok, ellos se la llevaron. La metieron presa. Qué malito disparate. La metieron presa y por estar orando en su cabeza. Y esa mierda se va a ver en el mundo entero. Okay, y eso se vio en el tiempo de los macabeos. Vamos a ver ese versículo ahí, esos versículos. Maccabees 6. Macabeos 6 hasta versículo 9. Ok. En esos tiempos de los macabeos, el rey de esos tiempos era Antíoco Epífanes. Antíoco Epífanes. Y él emitió esta orden. Yo lo voy a leer traducido porque Google lo traduce mejor en algunos casos. Segundo Macabeo capítulo 6 versículo 9. Tampoco era lícito a un hombre guardar días de reposo, los sábados, o ayunos antiguos, o profesar ser judío. Y eso se está viendo en Estados Unidos, que como le pasó a Kyrie Irving y a Kanye West. Ellos dijeron, nosotros los negros son judíos, y mira lo que le pasó. Le suspendieron a Kyrie Irving de varios juegos, le quitaron un patrocinamiento de un trato que él tenía de millones de dólares. A Kanye West le cerraron su cuenta bancaria, solo por decir que son judíos. Pero los negros son judíos. No todos los negros, pero muchos negros son judíos. Y en el día del nacimiento del rey, todos los meses eran llevados por amarga coacción a comer de los sacrificios. Y cuando se guardó el ayuno de Baco, que eso es un demonio, Baco es un demonio de bebida, de alcohol. Los judíos fueron obligados a ir en procesión a Baco llevando hiedra. Además se emitió un decreto a las ciudades vecinas de los paganos por sugerencia de Ptolomeo contra los judíos para que observaran las mismas costumbres y fueran partícipes de sus sacrificios. Así que era obligado y que tú tenías que hacer la cosa. Y mira lo que dice: y cualquiera que no se conforme a la costumbre de los gentiles debe ser condenado a muerte. Entonces un hombre podría haber visto la miseria actual. Y ahora se está viendo eso poco a poco, porque tú sabes que el diablo no, la serpiente se mueve lenta, se mueve gradualmente y no hace todo así. No hace todo en un golpe. Hasta que ya te tenga en una esquina, ahí es que se mueve rápido. Así que todas esas cosas que están pasando ahora, todas esas leyes draconianas de que en la pandemia tú tienes que estar encerrado, tú tienes que hacer esto obligado, o si no tú no puedes cobrar, tú no puedes entrar al banco, y que tú no puedes decir que tú eres judío, tú no puedes orar en público, en ciertos espacios públicos. Eso pronto va a llegar y que no, la Biblia es ilegal, entregue su Biblia, tenemos que quemarla. Y eso ya lo estaban considerando en un país en Europa. Yo creo que en uno de los Países Bajos, están considerando banear legalmente la Biblia. Y ya tú estás viendo el espíritu de anticristo, el espíritu anti-Mashiach, el espíritu anti-Mashiach, que se está desarrollando en la bestia. Y lo que va a pasar es que pronto vamos a ver quiénes son los verdaderos Mashiachium, los verdaderos cristianos, los verdaderos Mashiachium. ¿Y quiénes son los que estaban privando en santo, 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 varón, santo, santo? Ahí vamos a ver quiénes son los verdaderos. Pues cuando ellos te digan, oh, tú vas a caer preso, o cuando llegue ese momento de que no, pena de muerte, ahí vamos a ver quién era de verdad. Lo voy a dejar ahí. Si están escuchando en español, Shalom. First John chapter 2 verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Anti-Mashiach shall come, even now are there many anti-Mashiachim, whereby we know that it is the last time. You can't tell me this ain't the last time when you got crazy shit happening. You got people denying that Yahushua ever existed. You go online and you read comments, be like, man, that's the Bible's a fictional book. Exodus didn't happen. The crucifixion, man, it wasn't resurrected. All right, hey, these are anti-Mashiachim, and these people are gonna be killed. All right, they're gonna die a brutal death for their unbelief. Now check this out. A British woman arrested for silently praying near abortion clinic. Americans tend to believe that freedom of speech is a value represented across all of Western culture from the US to Europe to Australia and beyond. However, this is simply not the case. While there have been numerous attempts to degrade the First Amendment in America, being arrested outright by police for your thoughts alone is not a low we have sunk to yet. In the UK and through most of Europe, it's a different story. UK laws designed to prevent the obstruction of businesses have opened the door to policies called public space protection orders, which create a buffer zone around certain areas or buildings and prohibit activities that, in the words of UK authorities, foster antisocial behavior. Yes, this is as Orwellian as one could imagine, but it gets even worse. All right, and for those of you who don't know, Orwellian, that's talking about George Orwell, who wrote the book of 1984. And in that book, man, there was a government that was so bad that they constantly lied, they constantly changed what the truth was, what the definition of truth was. They constantly changed the definition of words, and they had something called the thought police, all right, where they can monitor your thoughts. They had some kind of technology where they can monitor your thoughts. And if you were thinking bad things against the state, man, they would come and get you, man. All right, that shit happened in October. A PSPO was declared around an abortion facility in Bournemouth, UK. So this woman got arrested for praying. Check this out.
Before I ask you any questions about what's going on today, I have to caution you, which is just your rights, which is you do not have to say anything. It may harm your defence if you do not mention one question, something which you later on in court, anything you do say may be given. What are you here for today?
Physically, I'm just standing here.
Okay. Why here of all places? I know you don't live nearby.
This is an abortion centre.
Okay, that's why you're stood. Is you standing here part of the protest?
No, I'm not protesting.
Are you praying?
I might be praying in my head out loud.
So I'll ask you once more, will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station for me to ask you some questions about today and other days where there are allegations that you've broken public spaces protection order?
If I've got a choice, then no.
Okay, well then you're under arrest on suspicion of failing to comply with the Public Spaces Protection Order, which is under the Antisocial Behaviour Crime and Policing Act 2014. Now, of course, you do not have to say anything. It may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later on in court anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand the caution?
I do, yes.
Your arrest is necessary in order for...
So, you know, they took her away. And that's just crazy, man. All right? He asked her if she was praying, and she said, "Not out loud, in my head." That's crazy, yo. She can't. You can't even pray in your head. Hey, so the Akim in the UK better watch out, man. If you're around one of these PSPO places, you know, while you're holding camp, right, these devils could come and take you away. Just for condemning that wicked ass place. That's why Yahweh Basim outside gotta destroy that shit. All right? Those nuclear missiles gotta go out. I hope England gets part of that judgment as well. All right, gets burned for all its wickedness. This is like the Maccabean period, man. When Antiochus Epiphanes was in charge. All right, 2 Maccabees 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient fasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. And you can see that shit gradually happening with the Kanye and Kyrie situations. All that we're saying is that so-called black people are Jews. Not all black people, all right? Because not everybody in Africa descends from Israel. But he's just saying a particular group of black people are Jews. And look at what happened to him, man. He lost his endorsements, got suspended. Kanye got his bank accounts frozen. By the devil, man. The devil did all that. And he did that back then. And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when a fast of Bacchus was kept, all right, and Bacchus, that's a demon of alcohol. The Jews were compelled to go in procession of Bacchus carrying ivy. Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices. So they had to do that shit by law. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles shall be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. Now we haven't gotten to the point yet where they're carrying out death sentences for basically keeping the laws of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But they're getting there, man. All right, they're moving the Overton window little by little. All right, you got this woman arrested for praying in her head, man. That's some bullshit. All right, well, what kind of bullshit is that? Praying in her head. And the Akim, man, the Akim be going in out there in England, man. They be going in on them, man. So now you can't even pray. All right, that spirit of anti-Mashiach, all right, so-called Antichrist. You got that spirit of anti-Mashiach That shit is slowly being gradually implemented throughout the beast system. And I don't know if you remember an article back in back in the day, I think last year, where I think it was in Netherlands, they were considering passing a bill to outlaw, to ban the Bible. So they probably would have gone home to home and shit, like asking for people's Bibles to turn them in, and so they can get burned. How long until they push for that again? It's gonna be hard, man. And this devil is not outright telling you, oh, you can't do this, or it's illegal to pray, or no, it's illegal to do this or that. No, man. What they're doing is they're coming up with loopholes to surround that, to prohibit anything that could appear to be like that. All right, they're not making it illegal outright. All right, because this is a fucking devil. All right, this fucking devil uses loopholes to do his bidding. You can't tell me, man, we ain't in the last days, man. You got all these, all these draconian laws and legislations. You can't. You got to be locked up in your house if there's a pestilence around, or you don't do this or that. You can't withdraw your money. You can't go into a bank. Or you can't go into public spaces. Or you can't get on certain areas in transportation. You could see that. You could see that spirit. You can see that spirit of anti-Mashiach coming up really slow all around the world, man. And one day we're gonna see who the real elect are. All right, we're gonna see who the real chosen are. All right, the Most High is gonna sift the pretenders from His real servants. Because when all this shit starts going down, man, and you're not folding, then it's gonna be known, all right, who are the chosen of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and who was faking it all along. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Call halal la Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem Rakakodash Barakati Yahweh. Barakati Yahushua, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushua, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushua, the water, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect, Ababa Ball, Abad Kau Gawayam, Abad Kau Adawamian, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.